Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Saturday. So yeah, I'm just laughing at that video because it is quite funny, and that's what my nephews call marshmallow, even though that's my song called That's Metal. And it is the weather here in the UK for yeah, potentially going out and not having to have too many clothes, but sadly, when I recorded that video, it certainly was not the weather for that. We had to time it in between rain breaks. But anyway, so thank you everybody for joining in tonight. I can see you guys in the live chat room already, and as you can probably tell as well, I unfortunately tonight have been unlucky with the hair because it's not curling out of the way of my eyes. It's kind of stabbing me in my eyes. So we're just gonna have to deal with that, and it is definitely haircut time at some point. I'll have to organise that in the future, but yeah, just about getting away with it. Right, who do we have in the live chat room tonight? We have Corey, Billy, Annie, Anna, it's going through too quickly. I'll start a little bit further down. Linda and Liz is going through. Okay, there's lots of people in here already. So thank you guys for tuning in. Corey, Pink Thistle, Moe, Sue, Vera, Bob, Pamela, Anna, Liz, Debbie, Laura, Angela, Joy, Bella, Maria, Julesy, Joe, Ro, Bev, Dean, and Tutordo Porco. Hello, and yeah, good to see you guys on this Saturday night. So, with tonight's live stream, what I'm going to try and do is maybe potentially fit in the fill jam that we had on Tuesday that didn't work properly because the backing track, unfortunately, we had a catastrophic failure of the Safari browser. Just the audio coming out of Safari wasn't working, which I didn't know at the time, but the Google browser then worked, and that's going to be my workaround if it happens again in the future. But we're going to try and maybe have some time for that a little bit later on in the live stream, because I've managed to put in the backing track that I was playing over the top of, so at least it's not just my guitar playing along to nothing, so you can't actually hear anything. So yeah, we'll maybe have a go at that a little bit later on if we have time, because first of all, let me get the names of my patrons up on screen, because they make this all possible in the first place. So thank you guys, you know who you are. And the names go across the bottom of the live streams on a Tuesday and a Saturday. As always, they are the foundation of everything that I do, as I always say, and are the reason that I can do these live streams and all of the videos on the channel. So we also have to get up on screen. It's going to be a busy live stream because we are going to be aiming for a new record tonight on the channel of 530 likes. That's what we're going to be aiming for, which is a ridiculous total to attempt to try and hit, but we're going to try and hit it anyway. And we managed to get 525 last week, so that's what has gone up by another 5, and we will see how far we get with that. Now let me get the likeometer up on screen so that we can see we've had 252 likes so far, so thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. That means we are almost at halfway, so yeah, we'll hopefully maybe get a spike of the lights going on, but we need a few more people to get involved before the end of the live stream. So I also have to get up on screen the donations tab, because you don't have to donate, just watching is great. But for those people that can't resist donating, then I think it's important that they know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the super chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which you can find in the description below. But yeah, just watching is great. I can see a Sue just popped into that super chat window, but yeah, just watching is great. Introduce yourself into the live chat room if this is your first live stream. We'll get to know each other and each other's usernames and pictures and all of that stuff. So I will jump straight into, first of all, mentioning that right at the end of the last live stream we had a donation from Jeffrey that came through just as I was signing off, so yeah, I couldn't address that then, so I'm addressing it now. Thank you, Jeffrey, for that donation of £3.70 right at the end of the last live stream. And I will get into the PayPal donations after the super chat window, because I'll just see what's going on in there. Paul has donated $5. Thank you for that, Paul. And Paul says, we are still growing, 392,000 subscribers now. Let's have fun tonight. Thank you, Phil, for this fun place. Spike those likes, all y'all rock. Thank you for that, Paul. And yes, it just reminded me to put this up on screen. We've now hit 392,000 subscribers, as you already know, because Paul's just mentioned it. So yeah, it's amazing that we've got to this many, but we'll keep on pushing forward. Whenever I do these recaps of where we are subscriber-wise, if I just think about the number, it's ridiculous. But yeah, 392,000 subscribers. We'll keep on pushing forward, see where we end up. But thank you guys for joining me on this journey of musical discovery, I guess, with the stuff that we do on the channel. But yeah, it's all good. We'll keep on pushing forward. And thank you, Paul, for that donation, and for reminding me that we are there. Orlando's donated $5 as well. Thank you for that, Orlando. The message is 392,000 subscribers. Yowza. Hit the thumbs up button. That you, Paul. So thank you for that, Orlando. And Sue has donated $19.99. So thank you for that, Sue. And the message is, here's to 530 likes. We've got this. So let's see. Fingers crossed. We've just got to 300. So that means that it would have been 230, 225 more people we need to join in with the live stream before the end to see if we can hit that new record. And we have, as I see, Mo E says, every live is a milestone. So on the Saturday live streams, yes, we've hit a new record for consecutive live streams for quite a while, maybe a few months. But then on Tuesday, we had a little bit of a reset, I think a few weeks ago. So Saturday is where the streak is happening, this streak of hitting a new likes goal and getting a new record for the channel every single Saturday. So it has to end at some point, but hopefully not tonight. 215 more people required to hit that thumbs up. So if you could do that, if you hadn't done that yet, that would be great. Now, I just remembered that there was something that happened that I mentioned over on Patreon, because this happened on Thursday, so it means that you guys that aren't over on Patreon won't know that this happened, but I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. On Thursday, actually I think on Tuesday, I mentioned that somebody had commented on my channel a couple of times and they said that they were Seal, the singer, and a few other people kind of, I think actually 25 people replied to that initial comment because they weren't sure whether it was Seal or not, and then somebody wrote another reply saying that they were Seal. Anyway, I then messaged Seal on Instagram, and I think I mentioned this on Tuesday, and yeah, it was indeed Seal who had commented on my channel and been watching one of my videos, which is great. So then on actually the Seal said on when was it, Tuesday, whenever it was, he said yeah, really like your channel, and you know, he'd like to have a chat with me just about music and all things. So he gave me his mobile number and he said to add him on WhatsApp, all that kind of stuff. So I did that, and I added him on WhatsApp, or at least the number, but I wasn't sure because Seal is over in the USA and there's a code before it, and I didn't know whether I'd done it right or not, but I tried to add him anyway. So then on Thursday, I was, just minding my own business, and my phone rang, as it does, and it was a WhatsApp call, and I get WhatsApp calls from my family, so nothing out of the ordinary. So yeah, I just went to it and answered it, and it was a video call with Seal, which was, I mean, I don't know, I wasn't really prepared for it, but you know, he just said, "Oh, hi Phil, how you doing?" And it's great. So I just had a chat with Seal for probably about an hour or longer, but really nice guy, and we were talking about, of course, music and, you know, performing live and singing and, you know, auto-tune, pitch correction, all that kind of stuff. Also, he told me about a TV show that he was watching. He said that if I get time, I should watch it as well. It's almost like a box set thing. But yeah, he was telling me the plot to that, but trying not to give me any spoilers. So yeah, he'd actually just been playing tennis. So he'd been playing tennis, and he was just kind of messing around with, he had some of his guitars out, and yeah, he was just in his house, and then he showed me his view that he's got from his room outside, and yeah, it is great. You know, really down to earth guy, and somebody who I think is very much on the same page with live performances and, you know, singing live and not auto-tuning the voice and not pitch correcting it, and just allowing singers to sing the way that they do, because that's what all the best singers of all time have done, and that now everybody's voice sounds the same because it's all tuned to 440 hertz. So yeah, it's great to talk to him, and yeah, he's just said contact him anytime in order to maybe have a chat on the channel. So we'll probably do something in the future, myself and Seal, just to I think just an interview video with him would be great because of who he is and what he's achieved, and yeah, it's going to be interesting for the future. So I will let you guys know over on Patreon as to when something gets organized for the future. But yeah, he's a really cool guy, and a bit surreal to just suddenly get a call from him out of the blue, but yeah, great as well, because he's very much somebody who's on the same page, and just a true artist that he just does what he does, and he's never relied on technology to tune his vocals or anything. He just does it all live, but he does it for real, live and in the studio. So yeah, a great guy to have a chat with. So let's keep on with tonight's live stream, because I need to keep on top of everything if we're going to try to put in this fill jam, which will take up a little bit of extra time. So first of all, we are going to mention we've got the vote for tonight's cover video. That's between Just Got Lucky and Parisian Walkways. So that's at the top of the live chat room, so you can click on either of those, and we'll be looking at that cover video a little bit later on in tonight's live stream. And we will just jump over to the PayPal window because there have been more donations over there, so thank you guys for those. And I can see there have been a couple more in the super chat window. So it was John that just popped in there with the $10 donation. Thank you for that, John. And the message is, congrats, great channel and insightful analysis, keep up the good work. And that's John's first super chat donation, so thank you for that, John. And Orlando has donated $5. Thank you for that, Orlando, again. The message is, your grand entrance out of the subway tunnel in That's Metal is legendary. Great stuff. So thank you for that. And yeah, that was Piccadilly Circus in London, if you've ever been there. And I think it's been on quite a few TV shows and movies and things. So yeah, I'm not sure whether it is, you'll see necessarily the tube or the underground, that's what we call the tube, when I'm walking up those steps from there. But you might spot it in movies now and again. But anyway, oh, thank you, Steve, as well, who has just popped in with a $10 donation. Thank you for that. The message is, just curious if you are familiar with a band called Lawrence. I would love to hear your take on their song Don't Lose Sight acoustic version. I really appreciate your take. So thank you for that, Steve. And no, I'm not familiar with Lawrence yet, but thank you for that request, and I'll make a note of that and check them out. So thank you guys for the donations in the super chat window. And just quickly hopping over to the PayPal window, Bruce donated £4. Thank you for that, Bruce. And this was on Wednesday morning, 5 minutes past 10. Thank you for that. And then we had some CD orders, which is great. And Nicole has donated £15 as well, so thank you for that donation, Nicole. The message is, hello Phil, problems with the Olympic Games in Paris. Let's hope everything goes well. Congratulations for 392,000 subscribers. Really cool. Kiss and rock. So thank you for that. And yes, the Olympics is coming up, I believe, on Friday. Next Friday they start. I'm not sure, but that's what I remember from seeing it advertised on TV. So yeah, I'll be tuning into that as much as I can do, because yeah, certainly worth a watch. Hopefully Great Britain can do quite well, but I don't know. I don't really keep up with athletics, so I don't know whether we've got loads of really good athletes or not. Pretty much I find out when I watch the Olympics. I think that's the main athletics thing that I watch, just of course every 4 years. So we will see how Great Britain do. But thank you for that, Nicole. And Debbie has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Debbie. The message is, hi Phil, congrats on 392,000 subscribers. Great job on the Ingrid Andress analysis. Do you think someone on her team should have been monitoring her to make sure she was fit to perform? Thanks. You're amazing. Love you, Debbie. So thank you for that. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether Ingrid has a team or not, whether she's an independent artist or whether she's a signed artist, all that kind of stuff. I don't really know a lot about her career. I just got linked to that particular performance. So yeah, it is very difficult because I'm one of these people that with singing and vocal cords, it's something that you've got to keep in shape, or at least you've got to keep your body in the right place in order to perform at your best. Because if you are a musician and your voice is your instrument, then you've got to make sure that you look after it. So yeah, I mean, I don't drink, but it's just because I don't like the taste of alcohol. So yeah, it's not because I'm sure that if I did like the taste of it, I don't know, I might have it now and again, but I think I'd still take that point of view that if especially if I was going out to perform a national anthem, I'd make sure that I'd done all my vocal warm-ups, that I'd be fully hydrated, all that kind of stuff. And then throughout the day, even if it's just for one performance of a national anthem, I'd make sure that throughout the day I didn't overuse my voice too much and just make sure it was in the right place. The other thing that is really important to do, which I don't think that she would have done in that frame of mind that she was in, was get your key and get your reference point and know where you're starting. Because I think even though she wasn't hitting her intervals, and she wasn't hitting her intervals to a place where she would maintain pitch, actually you can miss your intervals and go flat. So it means that you're effectively changing the key of what you're singing and taking it down a semitone and then maybe down another semitone. But she did the opposite, so she missed her intervals and was taking it up a semitone each time. So it meant that the high note is getting higher and higher and higher the more intervals she missed. So that was another huge problem, that by the time she gets to a high note, it's too high, especially in chest voice, like I said in that video, because everybody hits a ceiling. You've got to kind of lighten up, or at least introduce your head voice a little bit more as you get higher, because your chest voice will hit that ceiling, and once you've hit that ceiling, the more you push to get through it, the less it's going to work. So I think that was the problem. That, I mean, first of all, yeah, if your voice is your instrument, you got to be, I don't know, a little bit kind of disciplined and see it as a job, really. You think, well, if your voice is your job, then you need to be able to do your job. And yeah, just make sure that you're in the best condition you can be in order to give your best performance, because that's what you're getting paid to do. But yeah, getting on further than that, I'd say have some kind of reference point, even if it's having an earpiece and just having a note so that you know where you start. So yeah, I think she just started a little bit too high anyway, and then with the intervals that she missed, it made it even higher. And then she was using a vocal register that, from what I saw of her other performances, she hasn't used or doesn't use. She had a very light head voice sound, playing piano. But on that national anthem, she went into belting, which is a totally different thing, and that's where you will hit that ceiling if you're not kind of used to transitioning from chest voice into head voice, or maybe getting mixed voice in there as well. So thank you for that, Debbie. Right, Tammy has donated £10 as well. Thank you for that, Tammy. And the message is, hi Phil, congratulations on hitting 392,000 subscribers. You are doing an outstanding job. Keep up the good work. Rock. So thank you for that, Tammy. And there's just another one that's popped in here. It is Bridget, who has donated £5. Thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, catch up crew for me tonight, and a hello to everyone in the live chat. I've been watching but unable to be on chat the last few weeks. Congrats on 392,000 subscribers, Bridget at the end. So thank you for that. And yes, by the way, if you can hear a low level humming in the background, that's the air conditioning unit that I've got on, because it is quite warm here in the UK, but it's going to be getting cooler tomorrow. So I think yesterday, the day before, was like 28 degrees and then 30 degrees. So yeah, a little bit of a raise in our temperatures, but then I think tomorrow they said it's going to be 22, which is, yeah, a lot better, because it means I don't need the air conditioning going on. But anyway, just in case, yeah, you could hear that. I think somebody commented ages ago saying, oh, you've got a problem with your mic, or there's a low level hum that's going on, so you need to treat your room, and the low level hum frequency is at 164 hertz or something. I can't remember the exact number, but they gave me a massive email, actually, just explaining how to treat rooms and to get rid of this hum that's going on. And then I said to them, no, it's all right. It's just the air conditioning unit that I had on for that one live stream. So yeah, it's not something that I have going all the time. So I think they thought that the low level hum was my microphone, but yeah, it's not. Anyway, yes, moving on. Gordon donated £5.38. Thank you for that, Gordon. And that was a straight up donation. Patricia donated £25 as well. Thank you for that, Patricia. And the message is, thanks for the informative and fun videos. So no problem. Thank you, Patricia, for watching. And Karen has donated £3.70. Thank you for that, Karen. The message is, hi Phil, congrats on hitting 392,000 subscribers. It's great to hear that Seal reached out to you. I've followed you for about 4.5 years and have watched your channel grow by leaps and bounds. Thanks for being an inspiration and for your place of music and positivity. Cheers, Karen. So thank you for that, Karen. Right, oh, now what we might do is jump quickly into Troll Corner, just because it's going to be a very quick Troll Corner. Like I said, we've got lots to get through tonight, but it's just because I was looking at my phone earlier and I just noticed this one. So let's just jump into here quickly and I'll see you guys in a second.
Oh, hello.
So this particular Troll Corner came in and, oh, actually they did multiple, and the reason I'm doing this is because it's a funny angle, when the picture was taken of the comments. So this was, first of all, just for reference, I'm looking at Queen Live Aid 1985 is when that happened, and this person said, you weren't there, you hadn't even been born. Obviously they'd done no research because I had been born by 1985, but anyway, and then they also commented, you are stupid, stop explaining Queen at Live Aid. So there you go, there's Troll Corner for tonight, and I'll see you guys after this. So there we go, a very informative and insightful set of comments from somebody on that video. Right, anyway, just somebody's popped into the PayPal window. It is Liz who's donated £3.70, so thank you for that, and that is a straight up donation. So right, let me just see. Okay, we're okay with the super chat window as well. So yeah, oh yeah, if we can hit that thumbs up, we're looking for 115 more people by the end of the live stream in order to hit a new record of likes on any live stream ever on the channel. That's what we're looking for. That's the highest target we've ever aimed for, 530. So yeah, if you could hit a thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. Now it's 11:30. Shall we jump into the Phil Jam from Tuesday? I'm just thinking if I can get it in here. I'm not sure how long the track was. It's like 5 or 6 minutes. So maybe if we put it in here, then maybe we'll have enough time, because yeah, if we hit the target tonight, we'll have Phil Jam number 156. Is it? I think. Rather than 155, which is what I can see on the screen. I don't think I changed it, did I? I'm going to take a gamble and write that it's 156. And in order to confirm that, I need to navigate my way to my Patreon messages. Yes, 156 is correct. So that means that the one that we did on Tuesday was 155. So we will jump into that. And I have uploaded it to my software, and oh, before I do that, it was, I made a note of this, it was cool, dreamy, melodic rock backing track in E minor from YT Jam Tracks, and that's a capital Y and a capital T, and then Jam Tracks, as you would expect. So thank you, Orlando, for that $2 donation, saying more likes, hit the thumbs up button. So yeah, we'll jump into this, and this was Tuesday's fill jam that we had, because we did hit the likes goal, but the backing didn't work. We had a bit of a failure, so this is why I'm just playing it again. It might go a bit jumpy because I took it from the live stream, but we'll jump into this and I'll see you guys after. Rock! Very low. Sure what these levels are like. I'm just gonna play. Clean for a little bit, see what happens. Waiting for it to end. can't even hear the backing track. But I got the ending right. And there we have it, or had it. That was the last fill jam that we had where you couldn't hear the backing tracks. It was just my guitar, but with the backing track then put over the top. Now, it was a little bit jumpy there, but I think that's just purely because I've taken that recording and placed it into my software, but as long as the audio went through, then that's fine. So there we go. There was the last fill jam, but we might be having another fill jam tonight, maybe the first ever live stream with 2 fill jams, but we will see what happens. We are looking for more thumbs up, for more people to get involved before the end of the live stream. So yeah, we will see how we get on with that. So I can see there has been another hang on, I'm gonna have to scroll up a little bit here because there's been a few other donations in the super chat window, so thank you guys for these. And it was Mary who donated $1.99. Thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, would you please do a video on Tori Amos? So thank you for that. And Mary donated again saying, $1.99 again, saying something current from Tori Amos, please. Thank you. So thank you for that. And I'm trying to think. Now this is the problem that, yeah, if I have a video on Tori, it would have been quite a while ago, and sometimes videos that I've done before are okay when I release them, then they get copyright blocked and then they disappear. So I don't know whether it might be one of those cases, but I will make a note. And thank you, Mary, for that. Orlando's donated $2 again, saying giving a thumbs up from my other account. Hit that thumbs up. So thank you for that, Orlando. And yes, every thumbs up is very much appreciated. 462 so far. So we seem to be maybe on track. We've got still a fair amount of time left in the live stream, so we will see. But the live streams don't get any longer, but the target gets higher, so we have to cram in as many likes as possible within that same time frame. But thank you for that, Orlando. And David has donated 99 cents. Thank you for that, David. And I can't tell what that is. A picture of somebody's face, but I can't tell what's going on. So thank you. It looks like a shocked face. Thank you for that, David. And Totoro Porco has donated $6.99. Thank you for that. And the message is, you are such a monster of a musician, Godzilla on guitar, or on a guitar. So thank you for that. And I mean, that had to be quite a big guitar, I think. And this is the thing, Godzilla. Is there a new, I think there's a new movie that's come out that is Godzilla and maybe something else, but this is what's happened with the superhero movies like Marvel, and Spider-Man and Iron Man and Hulk and lots of other things. And I know that there are different superheroes with different it's Marvel, and there's the other one that I can't remember, but anyway, loads of those kinds of movies have come out. Whereas when I was a kid, we had Superman, which was I think the old Superman movies are really cool. So that was Christopher Reeve, who played Superman. So yeah, he was my Superman from my childhood growing up. That's who I knew as Superman. And then later on, I think there's a TV series called Superman and Lois or something like that. And the guy that played Superman was called Dean Cain, I think. That might be wrong, but that seems to, for some reason, be in my head that's what he was called. So anyway, there's a series that they used to show on like BBC Two, I think, kind of in the early evening, which I'd watch every now and again. So anyway, the movies, the superhero movies, didn't really come around that often. You had Superman 1, which is good, Superman 2, which was I still think that's quite good. Superman 3 was maybe not as good, and that one was where they had the computer, or they built a supercomputer, and then a woman turned into like a robot or something. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it's a little bit weird, the third one. And then the fourth one, The Quest for Peace, Now that's one that I saw. I think I've seen it twice. And the second time I saw it was because I didn't remember it the first time, and then I realised, oh, I know why. I'm not going to watch it again. But I think, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong in the live chat room, but I think in that movie, Superman took Lois into space, and they were flying. You know, she didn't have a spacesuit on or anything, but she was up in space, or they were on the moon or something. I think, something like that happened where they didn't really know how space worked. But anyway, Orlando goes through with $2. Thank you for that. It says The New Adventures of Lois and Clark. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that must have been what I was watching as that series. So anyway, the Superman movies, going back to my point that I'm trying to make, is that when I was younger, you'd get a superhero movie every, I don't know, now and again, maybe once every 5 years or something. Whereas now it's gone into, you know, Superman and Spider-Man. Like, you had different Spider-Mans. There was Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3 with, I think, Tobey Maguire. Then there was the Amazing Spider-Man, and then maybe the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and the Amazing Spider-Man something else. And then now we've got Spider-Man and Spider-Man A New Hope or something. And yeah, you've got these different Spider-Man films, but then they're crossing over because Iron Man is in Spider-Man, and then Batman was with Batman versus Superman. So everything is just with everything else. And then in Batman versus Superman, there was Wonder Woman. So and I think in the Iron Man and Spider-Man movie, I think Wonder Woman was in that for a cameo or something. So it's like every superhero is in everything else. Whereas, back in my day, it was just focusing on the one superhero. It wasn't like lots of them getting together. And I believe Aquaman, who swims in the water, gets involved as well. So, I'm trying to think of what they're called, because it was something like an organisation. I can't remember what they're called. But all of the superheroes together called something, and that's what Iron Man or the Tony Stark, I think his name is, who controls it all and has the money to do it. So everybody gets involved together, which is great nowadays. But I don't know, I think I prefer just having one hero, because getting too many, it's like too many characters. I just want the one person to be super. So anyway, Justice League is the other thing. DC Comics, Justice League, and that's the other thing, that with Batman you had the Joker, and then now there's a movie of the Joker, or there was a kind of the Joker movie that was a bit more serious. You've then got the Joker, Harley Quinn. She's had a movie, and she was in another movie with lots of other people that were like Deadeye. I think there's one guy who's really good at sniping, sniper rifle or something. But anyway, so you've got all of these different things, and I think what's happened in Hollywood is they've seen how many or how popular these kind of movies are, and every single character that there is starting to have a movie made about them. So Susie Q says now we have Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. So there you go. So there's another, just everybody gets involved. I wonder if they'll start putting in fictional characters. That'd be quite good. So you got Iron Man and Bilbo Baggins. Something like that. So anyway, just crossover universes, who cares? There's another one where, what's his name? I can't remember, but it's maybe the Flash, and he goes back in time. And there are alternate universes with all the different superheroes that are all played by different people or look different. And they're very complicated. So there you go. Got a little bit sidetracked, but talking about Superman. And look, I mean, this is the 1980s Batman t-shirt that I've got on. So it's kind of the old school logo, and very much into, I'd say, the old school Batman movies, like, Batman, Batman Returns. I think kind of when the Batman started, I think Val Kilmer was Batman at some point as well, and I wasn't really into that. And then George Clooney was Batman, and I wasn't really into that either. So yeah, I took a bit of a break from that period. But then when it got to Christian Bale, I then kind of got back into it because I like that kind of vibe, making it a little bit more serious. So yeah, I preferred those movies. So anyway, yeah, let's get back on track instead of talking about movies. But thank you, Mary, who has donated £5 as well in the PayPal window and says, first live, sending good vibes from USA with a smiley face. So thank you for that. And this is Mary with an E at the end. So hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've just kind of gambled because I haven't seen it spelt that way. But thank you for that donation. And Sue has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Sue. And the message is, do you tour in the UK? Any plans for concerts in the US? So thank you for that. And no, well, I used to kind of play in and around, you know, London and where I'm from, kind of Maidenhead, Reading, in that kind of area. But since things have got really busy, then I'm just doing things every day. So no, I haven't got time to tour. And yeah, I just have to kind of keep doing what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. As for playing in the USA, I was almost in the USA earlier this year, but it didn't quite work out because I was going to get together with Taj Farrant and we were going to do something over, I can't even remember where it was, but I don't know I don't know a lot of places in the USA, and it might have been Chicago, but I can't remember. That might be an absolute lie that I've just thrown out there, but I know that it would have been on the East Coast. So yeah, or at least would have been more east than west, because that's where Taj was kind of going through on his tour. So yeah, it would have been the case that had everything worked out, I would have been playing, but that would have been for more of a YouTube channel live performance thing, which I've been invited to do by a YouTube channel. So anyway, yeah, unfortunately that didn't work out, but we have said that we'll get together at some point in the future, whether it's in the USA or the UK. Yeah, we'll bust out some guitar at some point. But anyway, thank you for that, Sue. And Orlando's donated £5 in the PayPal window, so thank you for that, Orlando. And Terry says it was Boston, so thank you for that, Terry. And John says Midwest Chicago, so I don't know, is Chicago near Boston? I don't know where all these places. I know what they when I say I know what they sound like, what I mean is I know that I've heard them before in TV shows and movies and stuff, and you know, the Big Apple and all these different things, but I don't actually know where these places are. So yeah, if you say well, actually that's a bit of a lie. I know where New York is, and I know where California is because it's so far away. I know where Florida is because I've been to Florida, but all the other places, yeah, you might as well just, I mean, I know where Nashville is. I guess where there have been music things, I know those places, but as soon as there's something that has a name that I've heard of, but I don't necessarily know where it is, that's where things all fall through. And yeah, I don't know how it's all related. So Joe says about 909 miles apart. And Liz says he was going to be in Boston. So Boston is where I would have been headed. But yeah, unfortunately it didn't go through, or it didn't work out. This is the really difficult thing, is with schedules and working things out, and yeah, it's all a bit of a nightmare. And of course, me going over to the USA, it means that I'd have to get a visa and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's just a little bit, unfortunately, too late in the day to get over there. But anyway, Orlando donated £5. Again, thank you for that, Orlando. The message was, I forgot to add a message to that previous donation, but keep it anyway. I wanted to ask, is that area of London where you filmed That's Metal to my ears equal to Times Square in New York City? So I guess so, but I'd say more Leicester Square is probably more well known. Now the thing is, when you get to London, you realise how even when you get on the train, there'll be lots of different stops. Obviously, you know, like Leicester Square, for example, and Piccadilly Circus, there'll be separate stations on the tube, but they're actually really close together if you just walk it. So yeah, it's only like a 5-minute walk. So yeah, Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus are really close together, but Leicester Square is where I'd say there's more stuff going on, even though you'll probably recognise Piccadilly Circus because of the big kind of screens that they have there, like the LCD screens that have, it's like on the corner and you've got a screen there, and it used to have like Coca-Cola on there, and of course the statues that you've seen. But Leicester Square is where they have the movie premieres as well, and where there's lots of space where cars can't go through, because that square is just for pedestrians, so just people walking around. And yeah, I think there's actually a couple of movie theatres there, but the main movie theatre they use there for all of the premieres in London is in Leicester Square. So that's probably about the same as Times Square in New York, but I'm not sure. I haven't really been to Times Square in New York. I've just seen it on TV. So if I were to compare them, I'd probably say Leicester Square is the same as Times Square, just because Leicester Square is more active in the evenings. Whereas Piccadilly Circus is really just I don't know, somewhere that you'd walk through. You wouldn't necessarily spend lots of time there going to, there's, well, there are things you can do there, but not as many things I think as Leicester Square. You have to walk a little bit further, and then you can go to the movies and lots of restaurants and all that kind of stuff. But then there are, but not loads. So anyway, combine the two together, they're very close together. Yeah, Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus. So yeah, anyway, thank you for that, Orlando. It's very difficult to relate it because I haven't been to Times Square. So right, now it's 5 to midnight here, so we are going to be jumping into tonight's cover video. And wow, when I was looking at it, it just went from 52% to 51% to 52% for Just Got Lucky, and it looks like Just Got Lucky has just maintained that 51% of the vote. So that's what we're going to be jumping into. And by the way, we're looking for 13 more people to hit the thumbs up. If we have that, now 11 more people. If we get 11 more people, then we're going to be busting out the guitar, having a jam. And I'm just going to have a quick look over here to see how long tonight's jam would be. 6.5 minutes. So we need to leave a little bit of time in order to complete that. Right, so yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. It's my version of, I always say the classic, but this is the Dokken classic. I Just Got Lucky. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys after. Rock. Just Got Lucky by Dokken. Let's do this. Rock. there we have it. That was my version of my version of Just Got Lucky by Dokken. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And yeah, I think somebody says, how old was I in that video? I've got no idea. I haven't really kept track of when I did the videos, but of course there must be some that have got to be, I don't know, well, considering how old I am now, at least 10 or 15 years ago. So something I did notice about that video is that my hair, obviously that was back when I had a different hairdresser, had layers on the top, whereas I don't really have layers on the top anymore. It's kind of cut in a different way. So yeah, at the moment I definitely need a haircut because this keeps on getting in my eye. But yeah, maybe that's something I could explore, but I'm always unsure as to what's the best way to have my hair cut, or at least ask for, because if I ask for something different, maybe it could turn into an absolute disaster. So yeah, who knows. But anyway, I certainly need to get my fringe sorted out pretty soon. Right, there's been another donation over in the PayPal window, so thank you guys for these. It is Liz who's donated £3.70. Thank you for that, Liz. The message is, thanks for intro to Morris Hayes. Taj and Morris will team up again November 22nd at Taj's album release party. Will be great to see Morris again. Thanks again, Phil. So thank you for that, Liz. And yeah, I mean, that's what is cool about the internet, is that yeah, I can talk to, you know, Morris Hayes, and we did an interview together because he'd watched my channel and yeah, was talking to me about other people, or at least on a different YouTube channel or in an interview for something. He mentioned the analysis video that I did on Prince, and he seemed to kind of like the way that I played, which is very nice of him to say. So yeah, he then came on my channel, and I know Taj anyway, or I did know him at that point, known him for years. And yeah, Morris was a guy who, you know, I mentioned Taj to, just because of, you know, how amazing Taj is. And then yeah, they connected, and I think Liz sent Morris a message, and then told him where Taj was playing. Anyway, Morris turned up to watch Taj, and yeah, they then got together. And it's great that yeah, there's that kind of connection that you can make, even though I'm in the UK and they're over in the USA, that yeah, you can find like-minded people and kind of get those connections in there. And actually, that's what this is the other thing, that I was talking to Seal on Thursday, which I've already mentioned, and he was talking about Prince, where Seal had been to see Prince live, and then of course I started talking about Morris Hayes, which Seal doesn't know Morris, but I started to mention about, you know, Prince's live performances and what Morris did, and how Prince really was pushing the envelope with everything that he was doing live. So yeah, it's great that you make these connections, you know, from one artist to the next, and you know, it really doesn't matter where you are. You know, the internet can connect everybody. So yeah, it's great to find like-minded musicians, and Seal it certainly is one of those. So yeah, it's great to kind of share some stories with him, but also to hear his stories about artists that he was influenced by when he was growing up. And yeah, the fact that, you know, when he was, I think, 16, he was just chucked out of his house and was homeless for a while, and yeah, stayed kind of under the arches in London of, you know, the railways and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, Seal certainly has had a journey and a half in order to make it to where he is, and you know, having the career that he has had, certainly has had to do things the hard way. You know, certainly hasn't been given anything. So yeah, it's amazing to hear all about that. But anyway, maybe that's something we'll talk about on the channel. But we are going to be jumping into where are we? Oh, it's almost 5 past midnight. So we've probably, and we should probably get into the Phil Jam, because we have hit the target. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up and getting us to 530 likes for tonight's live stream. That means it's a new likes record for the channel. That's the highest total, or at least the highest target that we've ever had. So it means that we're going to be having a higher total or target next week, And it means that all you guys are going to turn up next week as well in order to hit that thumbs up. So, yeah, we will see where we end up. But at the moment, 553, which is amazing. So thank you guys for doing that. Which means we are going to be having a fill jam. And I'm going to grab the guitar. And just as I grab it, I'm thinking, when's the last time I tuned my guitar? Because I think we've had the gem a couple of times. So this might be totally out of tune. Who knows? Ooh, it's close enough for jazz. I might have to tweak it as we go. But, right. Let me concentrate on what... Oh, I've had on, or the mic has been on the whole time, I think. I didn't just turn that on. So, hopefully, there hasn't been an echo sound to my voice. Because sometimes that happens when the other mic is on. Right, so what am I doing? I'm zooming out. I've got the guitar. Is the guitar on? It is. Guitar is on. Red dude just showed up. Now he's gone, which means that we are zoomed out. Right, let me click on this.
Awaken your senses.
And... oh no. Why am I not hearing this? Right, this is an advert. Let me just play... Now, this really doesn't make any sense at all. Right, if this doesn't work, then I'm going to try and use the workaround that I did before. Right, let me see. I'm going to play the backing track, see if you guys can hear this. And I'm going to stop it. Did you hear that? Let me know if you could hear that. And oh, Liz says we did hear advert. Yes, okay, right, you can hear it and I heard it. I assume because the mic's on, you've got to be able to hear my guitar as well. So anyway, right, so let's jump into this. This is driving melodic rock backing track in C minor from YT Jam Tracks. Again, that's capital Y, capital T, and then Jam Tracks. As you would expect. So let's play this and see what happens. It's loaded a bit weirdly, but we can hear it, so it's alright. Kind of keeping an eye out, see if you can hear this. Okay, right, it seems like it's alright. I just need to turn it up a bit. and I'm going to leave it unresolved.
Hi, I'm Dominica.
And it goes into an advert. So there we have it. So I mean that seemed to go. Oh well, why am I'm getting a funny noise going on. But anyway, yeah, that seemed to go on a lot longer than I thought it would. So it was what, 6 minutes or something like that. Anyway, that was Phil Jam number 156. So thank you guys for ensuring that we busted out the guitar and had the Phil Jam for tonight. I'm going to be here with another video tomorrow night, of course, so look out for that one. 8 PM is when I'll be releasing that. That's what I always aim for. So I'm going to be here with another live stream on Tuesday night. So yeah, if you could tune in on Tuesday night as well, 11 PM Greenwich Mean Time, that would be fantastic as well. But we'll be here again next week, aiming for 535 likes, and we'll see how we get on then. At some point this run is going to end, but we will keep on hoping that we keep on hitting these targets and we keep on growing. Thank you guys for watching the videos, liking, subscribing, all of that cool stuff, and yeah, getting involved on the channel. And yeah, by the way, I always forget to mention the merchandise, but if you want to get any merchandise, you can do at the tray underneath this video. If there's no tray, then there's a link in the description below. The spring.com store yeah, is in that description, so click on that for t-shirts and caps and glasses, as in glasses that you drink out of, and tumblers and that kind of stuff. So anyway, we're going to be calling things to a close. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. All that's left for me to say is, first of all, Orlando's donated $2 and says, "You've done it again, Phil. Nice work," with a little wave. So thank you for that, Orlando. And now, hang on, I'm just making sure. Oh yeah. Making sure that I mentioned all of these donations. Mary donated $1.99, said, "I meant a current live song. I will look up your." So thank you for that, Mary. I'm not sure whether I mentioned that or not. But yeah, thank you for that donation. And I think, did I mention Sue? I'm going to mention Sue as well, just in case. And Sue said, "Thanks for replaying the Phil Jam with the backing track, and make sure, let's make this a double Phil Jam night." So that, I'm just scrolling up to make sure that I haven't kind of lost my place in where those donations came through, because yeah, Orlando then said about Lois and Clark. Maybe I didn't address that, but then Orlando has just said, "You've done it again, Phil. Nice work." So anyway, thank you guys for the donations. Now, all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live, and have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!